Good afternoon, students. Yesterday we discussed with regarding P and L, profit and loss account in the final accounts of companies. Like trading account, before we discussed in the previous session, and also yesterday we discussed the profit and loss account. So this trading and profit and loss account, these the balances means the net profit. Firstly, the gross profit to be calculated from the trading account, and from that is to be brought down there, isn't it? All the format, how it is to be all the direct expenses, the opening stock, the purchases less returns on the debit side, and the closing stock and the sales less returns on the credit side, and then take the difference. If there is a gross profit, that is to be brought down there on the credit side of the P&L account, and if there is a gross loss, that is to be brought down on the debit side of the P&L account, and all the indirect expenses and losses to be debited and indirect incomes and gains to be credited, so that there will go the net profit or net loss that is to be transferred to the capital account. Then till that we see yesterday, and also we did the problems. Today we are going to discuss with this the balance sheet, the financial position of the company that vested in the balance sheet. How much amount is there? If the even if the asset is more than the liability, it is a good position, and vice versa, is it a bad position? So we will look into that. What is a balance sheet? What is the format, and what are the things with regard to the balance sheet? Okay. So, a balance sheet is a statement prepared to ascertain the true position of the assets and liabilities as on a particular date. ഒരു particular date, the assets and liabilities, its position, the correct position with regard to that, and the value of that. So it is a statement prepared to ascertain the true position of the assets and liabilities as on a particular date. It is prepared at the end of the accounting period after preparing the trading and profit and loss account. It is called a balance sheet as it is a statement prepared with the balances of the accounts left after the preparation of trading and profit and loss account. It shows the financial position of a business on a particular day. So that is why it is called the balance sheet, as it is a statement prepared with the balances of the accounts left after preparing the trading and profit and loss account. Then, what are its characteristics? Balance sheet is only a statement and not an account. അതങ്ങനല്ലേ അക്കൗണ്ട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ടു ബൈ വേണം, പക്ഷെ ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റില് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റ് ആണ് ലയബിലിറ്റി സൈഡ് എമൗണ്ട്, അസറ്റ് സൈഡ് എമൗണ്ട്, ഡെബിറ്റ് സൈഡ് ലയബിലിറ്റിയും ക്രെഡിറ്റ് സൈഡ് അസറ്റുമാണ്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് പറഞ്ഞത് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ഓൺലി എ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റ് ആൻഡ് നോട്ട് ആൻ അക്കൗണ്ട്. It is prepared on a particular date to show the assets and liabilities on that date. Maybe as on the end of the year or end of the month, like that. Then it gives a clear picture of the financial position of the concern. Clear picture of the financial position of the concern. Its agreement is a proof of arithmetical accuracy of the adjustments made while preparing the final accounts. So, അതിന്റെ എന്നാ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്, its agreement is a proof of the arithmetical accuracy, the correctness of the adjustments that is to be made while preparing the final accounts. Then, while preparing, then it gives a knowledge of the nature of assets and liability. ആസ്തികളുടെയും ബാധ്യതകളുടെയും ഒരു nature, that is it is showing. It is so because the balance sheet groups assets as to current asset, fixed assets, and liabilities as to current liability and long term liability or fixed liability. അതായത് കുറച്ച് കാലത്തേക്കുള്ള ബാധ്യത അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ ബാധ്യത കൊടുത്തു തീർക്കാൻ കുറെ സമയമുണ്ട്, അതാണ് ലോങ് ടേം ലയബിലിറ്റി ഓർ ഫിക്സഡ് ലയബിലിറ്റി. കറന്റ് ലയബിലിറ്റി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അറ്റ് എ ഷോർട്ട് പീരീഡ് ഓഫ് ടൈം ഇറ്റ് ഷുഡ് ബി കൺവേർട്ടഡ്, ഓക്കെ, ഓർ ഇറ്റ് ഷുഡ് ബി പെയ്ഡ് ഓഫ്, അതാണ് കറന്റ് ലയബിലിറ്റി. അതുപോലെയാണ് കറന്റ് അസറ്റും ഫിക്സഡ് അസറ്റും. കറന്റ് അസറ്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അതിന്റെ വാല്യൂ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഓൺലി ഫോർ എ ഷോർട്ട് പീരീഡ് ഓഫ് ടൈം ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ടു ബി കൺവേർട്ടഡ് ഇൻ ടു ക്യാഷ് ആഫ്റ്റർ ദാറ്റ് പീരീഡ്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ കറന്റ് അസറ്റ്. വൈൽ ഫിക്സഡ് അസറ്റ് ഇൻഡിക്കേറ്റ്സ്, അതായത് ഇറ്റ് ഷുഡ് ബി കൺവേർട്ടഡ് ആഫ്റ്റർ എ ലോങ് പീരീഡ് ഓഫ് ടൈം, converted into cash after a long period of time. അതാണ് ഫിക്സഡ് അസറ്റ്. ലൈക്ക് പ്ലാന്റ് ആൻഡ് മെഷീനറി, ലാൻഡ് ആൻഡ് ബിൽഡിംഗ്, That is to be. മേടിച്ച ഉടനെ തന്നെ വിൽക്കുകയല്ലോ, അത് നമ്മൾ യൂട്ടിലൈസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടല്ലേ വിൽക്കുള്ളൂ, അതാണ് നോക്കേണ്ടത്. So these are the characteristics with regard to that. And what is the need of this balance sheet? Balance sheet is prepared with the following objective in order to ascertain the financial position of the business enterprise. In order to ascertain the financial position of the business enterprise. To ascertain the nature of assets and liabilities of the firm. In order to ascertain the nature of assets and liabilities of the firm. Then to ascertain the working capital as on the date of balance sheet. In order to ascertain the working capital as on the date of balance sheet. To know about the sources and application of fund. What source the fund is to be generated and what is the use of that particular application of that fund. Okay, rather intake and outlay of this one. Okay, the movement of money. So know about the sources and application of funds to ascertain the excess of assets over external liability. To ascertain the excess of assets over external liability. Then to ascertain the funds from operations and calculate different accounting ratios to indicate financial position of the business. To ascertain funds from operation and calculate different accounting ratios. ഈ ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ ഇതിൽ കഴിഞ്ഞതിന് ശേഷമാണ് പല റേഷ്യോസ്, ഗ്രോസ് പ്രോഫിറ്റ് റേഷ്യോ, നെറ്റ് പ്രോഫിറ്റ് റേഷ്യോ, അങ്ങനെ പല റേഷ്യോസും നമ്മൾ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുന്നത് എന്തിന്റെ ബേസിലാണ്? ആഫ്റ്റർ പ്രിപ്പയറിംഗ് ദി ഫൈനൽ അക്കൗണ്ട്. ഫൈനൽ അക്കൗണ്ട്സ് ഇൻ ദ സെൻസ് മീൻസ് നോട്ട് ഓൺലി ദ ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റ്, ട്രേഡിംഗ് ആൻഡ് പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ആൻഡ് ലോസ് അക്കൗണ്ട് ആൻഡ് ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, so these are the need with regard to which one? Preparation of balance sheet. Next, what are the differences between a trial balance and a balance sheet and a profit and loss account and a balance sheet? So what is a trial balance or a balance sheet? Trial balance is prepared to check the arithmetical accuracy of the books of accounts, while balance sheet is prepared to reflect the true financial position of the firm. That you are aware of. Arithmetical accuracy of the books of accounts while financial position of the firm. It is a list of all account balances. Like ജഡ്ജർ അക്കൗണ്ട്സ് എഴുതി അത് ബാലൻസ് ചെയ്ത് അതിൽ നിന്നുള്ള ബാലൻസ് എടുത്താണ് ട്രയൽ ബാലൻസ് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇതോ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് പ്രിപ്പയർഡ് വിത്ത് ദ ബാലൻസസ് ഓഫ് റിയൽ ആൻഡ് പേഴ്സണൽ അക്കൗണ്ട്. അസറ്റിന്റെയും പേഴ്സണൽ അക്കൗണ്ടിന്റെയും ബാലൻസ് കൊണ്ടാണ് ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റ് എഴുതുന്നത്. പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻ ഓഫ് ദ ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റ്, ട്രയൽ ബാലൻസ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് കമ്പൽസറി. അത് ചെയ്യണമെന്നില്ല. കാര്യം ലെജർ അക്കൗണ്ട്സ് കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഇതിലോട്ട് കയറിയാലും ട്രേഡിംഗ് ആൻഡ് പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ആൻഡ് ലോസ് അക്കൗണ്ട് ചെയ്താലും മതി. പക്ഷെ ഒരു പ്രശ്നമുണ്ട്, അരിത്തമെറ്റിക്കൽ ആക്യുറസി ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. കാര്യം നമ്മൾ ചെയ്തത് ശരിയാണോ എന്നുള്ളത് അറിയാൻ പാടില്ല. അതിന് ട്രയൽ ബാലൻസ് തന്നെ പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യണം. ട്രയൽ ബാലൻസ് ടാലി ആയാലേ അരിത്തമെറ്റിക്കൽ ആക്യുറസി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്ത അക്കൗണ്ട്സ് ക്ലിയർ ആണ്, ഫ്രീ ഓഫ് എറേഴ്സ് എന്ന് നമുക്ക് അസർട്ടൈൻ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അഷ്വർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. പക്ഷേ ട്രയൽ ബാലൻസ് ചെയ്യണം എന്നുള്ളത് കമ്പൽസറി അല്ല, പക്ഷെ ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് നല്ലത്. അതായത് ജേർണൽ എൻട്രി, ലെഡ്ജർ അക്കൗണ്ട്, ട്രയൽ ബാലൻസ്, ട്രേഡിംഗ്, പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ആൻഡ് ലോസ് അക്കൗണ്ട് ആൻഡ് ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റ്. ഇതാണ് ഒരു യഥാർത്ഥ ഫൈനൽ അക്കൗണ്ട്സിന്റെ മെയിൻ തിങ്. അതായത് സ്റ്റാർട്ടിംഗ് വിത്ത് ജേർണൽ എൻട്രി ടിൽ ദ എൻഡ്. That is, the preparation of trial balance is not compulsory, while preparation of balance sheet is compulsory. Then trial balance does not furnish information regarding closing stock. അത് ശരിയാണ്, ക്ലോസിംഗ് സ്റ്റോക്കിന്റെ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ വരില്ല. എന്നാൽ ഇതിനകത്ത് അത് വരും, കാരണം അത് കറന്റ് അസറ്റ് ആണ്. സോ balance sheet provides information regarding the value of closing stock as on the date of its preparation. ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റില് നമുക്ക് എന്തുമാത്രം സ്റ്റോക്ക് അവൈലബിൾ ഉണ്ട് അത് ഇതിനകത്ത് പർപ്പസ്ലി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് മസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടും കാണിക്കണം. Then it is prepared frequently. Sometimes it is prepared on even on daily basis in order to check the arithmetical accuracy between the ledger accounts. While in the other case, it is usually prepared annually. Yearly ആണ് ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റ് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Then difference between profit and loss account and balance sheet. Only nominal accounts are entered in profit and loss account, while balance sheet lo personal and real accounts are entered in it. So personal account le nominal account ആൾക്കാരുടെ പേര്, അതുപോലെ ഇൻഡയറക്റ്റ് എക്സ്പെൻസസ് ആൻഡ് ലോസസ്, ആൾക്കാരുടെ പേര് വരില്ല. ഇൻഡയറക്റ്റ് എക്സ്പെൻസസ് ആൻഡ് ലോസസ് ഓൺ ദ ഡെബിറ്റ് സൈഡ് ആൻഡ് ഇൻഡയറക്റ്റ് ഇൻകംസ് ആൻഡ് ഗെയിൻസ് ഓൺ ദി ക്രെഡിറ്റ് സൈഡ്. അതാണ് നോമിനൽ അക്കൗണ്ടിന്റെ സവിശേഷത. എന്നാൽ ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റിലോ പേഴ്സണൽ ആൻഡ് റിയൽ അക്കൗണ്ട്, അതായത് വ്യക്തികളുടെയും ആസ്തികളുടെയും അക്കൗണ്ടുകളാണ് എഴുതുന്നത്. പേഴ്സണൽ ആൻഡ് റിയൽ അക്കൗണ്ട് ഇൻ ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റ്, while nominal accounts are to be entered in P&L account. Another is profit and loss account is prepared to ascertain the net profit or net loss, while balance sheet is prepared to ascertain the financial position of the business. That you are aware, right? So profit and loss account ascertain the net profit or net loss of the business, while balance sheet prepared to ascertain the financial position. Prepared as an account while prepared as a statement. One account formula, one statement formula. Then profit and loss account shows some amount of balance which is either the profit or loss. While it does not show any balance, total of the assets and liabilities are always equal. This tally ആയിരിക്കണം. Tally ആയില്ലെങ്കിൽ there should be some error with that thing. So please have a look at differences between both trial balance and balance sheet and P&L account and balance sheet. Next, we are going to see how a balance sheet is to be prepared. Preparation of balance sheet. Accounts of assets, liabilities, and owner's equity are shown in the balance sheet. Accounts which remain opened even after the preparation of trading and profit and loss account are shown either on the asset side or the liability side of the balance sheet as the case may be. Items of liabilities and capital are shown on the left-hand side known as liability side, and items of assets are shown on the right-hand side known as asset side of the balance sheet. Following are the groups of assets and liabilities. Current asset, form of cash or which can be converted to cash within a short period of time or within a year. ഒരു വർഷത്തിനുള്ളിൽ ഒന്നെങ്കിൽ ക്യാഷ് ആയിട്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ക്യാഷിന്റെ രീതിയിൽ അതിനെ പിന്നെ കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം ഒരു വർഷത്തിനുള്ളിൽ. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള അസറ്റ്സ് ആണ് കറന്റ് അസറ്റ്സ്. എക്സാമ്പിൾസ് ആർ ക്യാഷ് ഇൻ ഹാൻഡ് ആൻഡ് അറ്റ് ബാങ്ക്, ബിൽസ് റിസീവബിൾ, ഡെറ്റേഴ്സ്, ക്ലോസിംഗ് സ്റ്റോക്ക്, പ്രീപെയ്ഡ് എക്സ്പെൻസസ് which represents expenses paid in advance for the services to be received in future, and outstanding or accrued income, the income which has been earned but not yet received or has not yet become due. So these are the current assets. While fixed assets that are not meant for resale but are held on a long-term basis in the business. ഒരു കുറച്ച് നാളത്തേക്ക് ഇരിക്കുന്നു, അതാണ് ഫിക്സഡ് അസറ്റ്. പേരിൽ തന്നെ അറിയാം, that is to be fixed in the that business. Okay. Such assets are land, building, machinery, furniture, etc. While current liability and long-term liability, ഇതിന് നേരെ ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ്. These are the liabilities which are to be paid within a year. ഒരു വർഷത്തിനുള്ളിൽ അതിന്റെ പേയ്മെന്റ് നടത്തിയിരിക്കണം. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഫീസ് ലൈക്ക് ബാങ്ക് ഓവർഡ്രാഫ്റ്റ്, ബിൽസ് പേയബിൾ, സൺഡ്രി ക്രെഡിറ്റേഴ്സ് എക്സെട്ര. That is the which one current liability. While fixed or long-term liability means it may be after a period of 1 year its payment may be matured. Okay, that is the long-term liability. Then capital. It represents the amount originally contributed by the proprietor, which is increased by the profit and decreased by the losses and drawings. So, net profit ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ക്യാപിറ്റലിന്റെ കൂടെ ആഡ് ചെയ്യണം. ഇതാണ് ഡ്രോയിങ്സ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ക്യാപിറ്റലിൽ നിന്ന് ഡിഡക്ട് ചെയ്യണം. അതുപോലെ വേറൊരു ഐറ്റം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ലോസസ്, നഷ്ടങ്ങൾ, നെറ്റ് ലോസ് ആണെങ്കിൽ ക്യാപിറ്റലിൽ നിന്ന് കുറയ്ക്കണം. അതാണ് വേറൊരു കേസ് ഓർക്കേണ്ടത്. Then, grouping and marshalling of assets and liability. Grouping means putting together the items of similar nature under a common heading. So, grouping means putting together the items of a similar nature under a common heading. For example, under the heading sundry debtors, so grouping and marshalling of assets and liability. For example, under the heading sundry debtors, amounts due by all the customers to whom the goods have been sold on credit are bought. അപ്പോൾ അതാണ് ഗ്രൂപ്പിംഗ്. സൺഡ്രി ഡെറ്റേഴ്സ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ദാറ്റ് ആൻഡ് കമ്പനി, ദിസ് ആൻഡ് കമ്പനി, ആരൊക്കെ കമ്പനിക്ക് പൈസ കൊടുക്കാനുണ്ടോ ക്രെഡിറ്റ് സെയിൽ നടത്തിയിട്ട് അതെല്ലാം കമ്മിങ് അണ്ടർ ദി സൺഡ്രി ഡെറ്റേഴ്സ്. Then similarly, amounts due to persons from whom the goods have been bought on credit are bought under sundry creditors. അതിന്റെ ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ആർക്കൊക്കെ കടം കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ നമ്മള്, okay, that is to be come under sundry creditors. That is grouping. Marshalling denotes the order in which the assets and liabilities are shown in the balance sheet. Items are marshaled either in the order of liquidity or in the order of permanence. Okay, what is the order of liquidity and what is the order of permanence? Liquidity means the capacity to raise cash. ഏത് രീതിയിൽ ആണ് ക്യാഷ് ജനറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്, അതിന്റെ ഓർഡർ. Under this approach, assets are presented in the order of their liquidity. Cash being the most liquid item, it is shown as the first item, whereas the least liquid item such as goodwill is shown on the last. The most urgent liability is shown first and the least urgent to be paid is the shown as the last. That is the order of liquidity. And the order of permanence is, under the order of permanence, permanent assets and liabilities are shown first, followed by current assets and liabilities. The order of permanence is just the reverse of the order of liquidity. Joint stock companies have to prepare their balance sheet in the order of permanence. All other business enterprises such as sole proprietorship, partnership, etc. follow the order of liquidity. So that is the order of liquidity and order of permanence. So cash ആയിട്ട് കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യാവുന്ന അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ക്യാഷ് റേസ് ചെയ്യാവുന്ന ആ ഒരു ഓർഡറിൽ ആണ് ലിക്വിഡിറ്റിയിൽ എന്ത് ഐറ്റംസ് എഴുതുന്നത്. പെർമനൻസിലോ permanent assets and liabilities are shown first, followed by current assets and liabilities. അപ്പോൾ അതായത് ഫിക്സഡ് അസറ്റ്സ് ആൻഡ് ലയബിലിറ്റീസ് ആദ്യവും കറന്റ് അസറ്റ്സ് ആൻഡ് ലയബിലിറ്റീസ് അവസാനവും. അതാണ് ഓർഡർ ഓഫ് പെർമനൻസ്. സോ വി വിൽ സീ both the format with regard to form of balance sheet in order of liquidity. Balance sheet as on the liability side, bank overdraft, sundry creditors, bills payable, outstanding expenses, loans. While the asset side, cash in hand, cash at bank, bills receivable, investment, sundry debtors, etc. And for the continuation, there is capital. On the liability side, capital add net profit and interest on capital. If there is loss, this is to be deducted here and less drawings. Then on the asset side, closing stock, prepaid expenses, furniture, machinery, premises, goodwill, etc. Then form of balance sheet in the order of permanence. Order of permanence എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അതായത് എത്രയും നാളത്തേക്കാണ് കൂടുതലായിട്ട് അത് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇപ്പം ഫിക്സഡ് അസറ്റ്സ് ആൻഡ് ലയബിലിറ്റീസ് ആണ് ആദ്യം ലയബിലിറ്റി വരുന്നത്. ഫിക്സഡ് അസറ്റ്സ് ഫിക്സഡ് ലയബിലിറ്റി ആണ് ലയബിലിറ്റിയിൽ ആദ്യം വരുന്നത്. പിന്നെയോ ഫിക്സഡ് അസറ്റ് ആണ് അസറ്റിൽ ആദ്യം വരുന്നത്. അതിനുശേഷമേ കറന്റ് ലയബിലിറ്റി അല്ലെ കറന്റ് അസറ്റ് വരുള്ളൂ. അപ്പൊ അതിന്റെ ഫോർമാറ്റ് ഇതാണ്. Capital and net profit and interest on capital less drawings, loans, bills payable, outstanding expenses, sundry creditors, bank overdraft. While on the other hand, what is that? Assets, fixed asset, goodwill, premises, machinery, furniture, investment, prepaid expenses, closing stock, sundry debtors, bills receivable, cash in hand, and at bank. We will do one problem now. So, see, the following are the account balances of Brothers Agency after preparing trading and profit and loss report for the year ended 31st December 2002. Particulars: land and building, closing stock, cash in hand, cash at bank, sundry debtors, bills receivable, insurance, prepaid, machinery, bank loan, sundry creditors, salaries outstanding, drawings, capital, net profit for the year, furniture, bills payable. Prepare balance sheet of Brothers Agency. So this is the balance sheet. Liabilities, amount, assets, amount. So, firstly, what is there in the asset side? Cash in hand. Which way you can use this one, either on the order of liquidity or the permanence you can prepare. Cash in hand 7,500. Then what is that? Cash at bank 2,200. Then land and building, there is no depreciation, simply 20,000. Then debtors 12,000. Then bills receivable 5,300. Machinery 14,000. Furniture 6,000. Closing stock 13,000. I think these are the items there in the asset side. Land and building, closing stock, cash in hand, cash at bank, debtors, bills receivable, machinery. Then this side, furniture. Then on the liability side, firstly, capital. How much? 30,000 inner amount column, because there is add net profit 7,000. So 37,000 less drawings. How much it is? Drawings 3,000. So 34,000 in the outer column. Then What is there as bank loan? Bank loan, it is 15,000. Sundry creditors, it is 16,000. Then salaries outstanding. കൊടുക്കാനുള്ള salary 1200, 1200. Then drawings already taken. Capital, net profit, bills payable is there. 14,000. Okay. Then yes, insurance prepaid. Insurance prepaid, it is 200. So how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total how much? 80,200. So this is what a balance sheet to be prepared. In which order we can prepare, not a problem, but in this text it is prepared in the order of liquidity. See, cash in hand, cash at bank, bills receivable, sundry debtors, closing stock, insurance, prepaid furniture, machinery, land and building. While on the liability side, sundry creditors, bills payable, salaries outstanding, bank loan, capital, add net profit, less drawings. Clear? So in this way, we are preparing the balance sheet. Then we will do another problem. See, this is the problem. Following is the trial balance of Reshma stores as on 31st December 2002. Capital 15,000 on the credit side. This is the trial balance. Total is 53,000. Okay. Then from this, you need to deal only simple final accounts with the stock as on 31st December 2002, 8,800. One adjustment. One only adjustment in this format. This will last for 15 marks. So you are required to pass closing entries and prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st December 2002 and a balance sheet as on that date. So see, we will do it now. First of all, we need to prepare the trading and profit and loss account. So firstly, in the trading account, what is the entry? To opening stock. How much it is? 3,400. Then to purchasers, returns is there, you need to check it. No, to purchasers, how much? 18,500. Then to wages, it is 1,600. Then is there any item? No. Then credit side, by sales, how much? I think sales 32,500. Then by closing stock, that is the adjustment 8,800. Take the total. How much it is? We'll check it here. See, 3,400, 18,500, 1,600. Sales is 32,500 and closing stock. So how much is the total? 41,300. To gross profit carried down, it is 17,800. Okay, that gross profit to be brought down, and then this is the P&L account. See, trading account till this much, and this is the P&L account. All the indirect expenses and all the indirect income or gains to be recorded. Okay. Then there, how much is coming here? What are the balances? See, capital balance sheet item, opening stock already taken, wages already taken, two salaries. Salaries it is 1,500. Then two rent and rates. Rent and rates how much? 2,000. Then interest received. By interest received, it is an income. How much? 1,200. Then by discount received, 300. Drawings, that is to be deducted from where? Balance sheet. Okay. Advertisement, 500. To advertisement, 500. Then advertisement, cash in hand, cash at bank, sundry debtors, furniture, creditors, balance sheet item. So this much only. So 17,800 plus 1, 18,800 plus 2, how much? 19,000. 19,300 is the total of the credit side. And here 3,500 plus 5,000. How 500? So 4,000. 4,000 minus 19,300. The profit is 2 net profit transferred to capital account. How much it is? 19,300 minus 4,000. So 15,300 is the net profit transferred to capital account. So we will check it whether 15,300 is the amount. See, 15,300. Then balance sheet. How we are going to prepare the balance sheet? From this net profit 15,300, you need to add with the capital and deduct the drawings. Clear? So we will do it now. Balance sheet. Understand, students? In this way you need to prepare. So balance sheet. This is assets, amount, liability, amount. So capital. How much is the capital? 15,000. Then add net profit 15,300. So how much? 3,300 less drawings. Drawings is how much? 2,000. So it is 28,300. There is no more item there. So that is to be there. Then the rest all the items. Sundry creditors is there. Creditors, how much it is? 4,000. Then on the asset side, what all items is left? Wages we taken, salaries, purchases, rent and rates, sales, interest received, discount received, drawings is to also taken, advertisement, then cash in hand, cash at bank. Cash in hand, cash at bank. How much it is? 2,500 and 6,000. Then sundry debtors. Sundry debtors, it is 8,000. Then furniture, 7,000. So we will check it. How much is the total? 28 plus 4, 32,300. Clear? 15 plus 6, 31 plus 2. There is something on my thing. Cash in hand, 2,500 or 300? 2,500. Then sundry debtors, 8,000. Closing stock, 8,800. So 15,800. Okay, 15,800 plus again 23,800. 23,800 plus 6. 31,800 plus 2. 33,800. 31,800. So see 2,500, 6,000, 8,000, 8,800 and 7,000. So it is 32,300. So here see, look, capital is to be added. The capital add with the net profit and then deduct the drawings. Then sundry creditors. This is the liability side, and cash in hand, cash at bank, sundry debtors, furniture, closing stock on the asset side. So that is the which one? Balance sheet. Next is this problem. Uh, Here, trial balance is given. Same time, more details are there, isn't it? So we will do it now. The trading and profit and loss account, first we need to prepare. So firstly, what is there? Two opening stock. Stock on 1st January 2002. Two opening stock. How much it is? 15,000. Then two purchases. How much is the amount purchases? 45,000 less returns. It is 3,000. So 42,000. Then two total items there: sales return, stock, cash in hand, salaries, rent, commission received, discount earned, the wages. Wages, that is 1,500. So students, carriage on purchases, that is carriage inwards, and carriage on sales, that is carriage outwards. So carriage on purchases means വാങ്ങിച്ച സാധനത്തിന്റെ. So sales related ആണെങ്കിൽ that is to be coming in the where P&L account. So carriage on sales, debit side of P&L account, keep it in mind, and carriage on purchases, debit side of trading account. So two carriage on purchases, how much is the amount? 500. Then any other item? No. Then by sales, sales is how much? 72,000 inner column less returns, how much? 2,000. So 70,000 net amount. And by closing stock, how much it is there? 21,000. So the total of this is 91,000, and take this. So it is 42 plus 10, 52 plus 5, 57 plus 2. How much? 59. 59 minus 91,000, that is the which one? Gross profit. So 32,000. 32,000 is the gross profit. Sorry, 32,000. Two gross profit carried down. That is to be next procedure brought down. Then what is there else? What are the other items to be debited? Salaries. P&L account we need to prepare. So salaries, how much it is there? 3,050. Then to rent 1,250. Then by commission received, how much? 700. Then by discount earned means what? On which side it is coming? On the credit side. So by discount received, how much? 300. Then wages is taken, carriage on purchase taken, sundry creditors taken. Sundry creditors there. In either capital purchases taken, purchase returns taken, sales returns taken, stock taken, cash in hand asset, salary expense that is already taken, rent 1,250 taken, commission received. So only this much. Okay. Then 33,000 is the total. Here 3,050 and 1,250, only two items. How much is the net profit it is? So 33,000 minus 4,050 plus 200, 4,250 plus 50, 4,300 minus 33,000. So it is 28,700. 28,700 is the two net profit transferred to capital account. So that is 33,000. Clear? So we calculated the gross profit and it is brought down, and other indirect expenses to be debited and indirect incomes to be credited, and then the net profit is 28,700. Then we are going to prepare what? Balance sheet. So how the balance sheet is to be prepared? Based on this data, how the balance sheet is to be prepared. Balance sheet, asset, liability, amount, and this is also amount. So firstly, capital. Capital is 40,500 and net profit. How much it is? Net profit transferred to 28,700, isn't it? 28,700. There is no drawings also, isn't it? So add a net profit 28,700. So it is 69,200 is the capital amount. Yes. Then what is there? Capital is taken, purchase less returns taken, sales less returns taken, stock taken, then cash in hand on the asset side. Cash in hand, 2,200. Then salaries taken, rent taken, commission received, discount received, wages, carriage and purchases taken. Next items we need to put in. Sundry creditors, how much it is? 6,000. Then here, sundry debtors, how much it is? 9,000. Then machinery, 3,000. Then furniture, 10,000. Then land and building, how much? 30,000. So take the total. 40, 43, 43 plus 9, 51, 51 plus 2, how much? 51,000 plus 2,000, 53,200. Once again, yes, closing stock, one item is to be 21,000. Isn't it? Closing stock 21,000. Then take the total. See, this is the balance sheet. Cash in at 2,200, sundry debtors 9,000, closing stock 21,000, then furniture where it is 10,000, then machinery it is 3,000 and land and building 30,000. Here 6,000 and 69,000, so it is 75,200. That is the balance sheet total. See, in this way you will get 15 marks for this question, as it is very easy. Only one, what is that? One adjustment item, that is the closing stock, only to be putting there. Then next, one more problem, and then we will wind up the session and we will close this entire subject itself tomorrow with some problems. So, following is the trial balance of Reshma stores as on 31st December. Capital, opening stock, wages, then wages outstanding, salaries, salaries outstanding, purchases, rent and rates, then rent and rates paid in advance, sales, then interest received, commission received, then drawings, advertisement, cash in hand, and cash at bank. And finally, what is there in that adjustment? Sundry debtors, furniture, creditors, closing stock, and then what is there? You are required to prepare for the balance sheet as on that date. It was in trading and profit and loss account and the balance sheet as on that date. So we'll look into that. First of all, what is this thing? Trading account. Trading and P&L account. This is the debit amount, this is the credit amount. So to opening stock, how much? 4,000. Then wages, before that purchases is there, isn't it? There is no, I think, returns. Yes, no return. So to purchases, how much it is? 30,000. Then what is there as wages? wages, there is outstanding also. Okay, so that adjustment to be done here. Wages only 5,000 and the outstanding where it is coming, outstanding is to be shown in the balance sheet. That is another thing. So wages and salaries, there is outstanding 1,500 where it is showing on the credit side. So it will come on the balance sheet liability side. So wages, it is 5,000. Then any other item, salary, salaries outstanding, purchases, rent and rates paid in advance, sales. So sales is coming here. By sales is coming here 60,000. And one more thing, in this problem, you can see the closing stock is showing along with the trial balance. So in such a case, it should be only showing in the balance sheet asset side. അത് ഓർക്കണം അഡ്ജസ്റ്റ്മെന്റ് ആയിട്ട് ഏത് ഐറ്റം വന്നാലും that is to be both the thing, two treatment to be taken, either in trading or profit and loss account and in balance sheet. ഇപ്പം വേജസ് ഔട്ട്സ്റ്റാൻഡിംഗ് വന്നിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ഈ വേജസിൽ നിന്ന് ഇതാക്കി കാണിക്കണമായിരുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, എന്നിട്ട് ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റ് ലയബിലിറ്റി സൈഡിൽ കാണിക്കണമായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ ഇവിടെ വേജസ് ഔട്ട്സ്റ്റാൻഡിംഗ് ട്രയൽ ബാലൻസിനുള്ളിലാണ് വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ അത് ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റ് ലയബിലിറ്റി സൈഡിൽ മാത്രം കാണിച്ചാൽ മതി. സോ ഹിയർ സെയിൽസ് 60,000. There is no more item here to show, isn't it? So the gross profit need to calculate. So 35 plus 4, 39 and 60 is here. So 60,000 minus 39,000, how much is the total? How much is the net gross profit? Is 21,000. To GP carried on and then by GP brought down. That 21,000 showing here. Then next year, what are the other items to be in the trading? Sorry, P&L account. Two salaries, how much? 3,000. Then purchases taken to rent and rates. To rent and rates, it is 4,000. Then rent and rates paid in advance, that is also showing in the asset side because advancedly paid, and it is showing in the, if this is coming in the adjustment, it should be treated in two ways. Okay, here it should showing along with the where in the trial balance. So only in the balance sheet asset side you need to show it. Then sales already taken. Then by interest received. Interest received how much? 2,000. Then by commission received, how much? 1,000. Drawings less from where? In the excuse me, less from balance sheet liability side. Then advertisement. Advertisement, it is how much? 2,000. Then is there any item on the other side? Next page, check it. Debtors, creditors, closing stock, all are there. So see, 21, 2 and 1,000 and 1,000. So 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. 24,000 is the total. Here 4 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 9. 24 minus 9, it is 15,000. That is what? To net profit transferred to capital account. So this is what the P&L account. So net profit is, you keep it in mind, 15,000. Then we are going to prepare the balance sheet. Balance sheet. This is asset, this is liability, amount. So how much is the items? First of all, capital 31,700 in a column, and net profit, how much it is? 15,000. So 700, 5 plus 1 6, 3 plus 1 4, 46,700 less drawings. Drawings is how much? 3,000. So it is 700. Then 43,700 is the balance capital. Next, wages outstanding. How much? 1,000. Then outstanding salaries, 500. Then cash in hand, 3,000. Cash at bank, how much it is? 5,000. Then sundry debtors, 20,000. Then furniture, 10,000. Then closing stock, 22,000. Then here creditors, 15,000. And one more item, we forgot to put this one, rent and rates paid in advance, 200. See, rent and rates paid in advance, 200. Take the total, you will get the final amount. So 43,700 plus 1,500 plus 15,000. So 15 plus 1, 16, 500 plus 43,700. It is 6,200 total. This also. In this way, we are preparing the balance sheet. So clear? So right now we finish the portions and we will do 2 more problems tomorrow, and then we will wind up the session tomorrow and finish the open course fundamentals of accounting. So please have a look at the entire topics, because this is very easy to acquire marks this subject. Like only see, this is the 15 marks question they will ask. So just to put it whether the debit side or the credit side, like the items, and only one adjustment is there, closing stock. That is to be, if it is giving in the trial balance, inside the trial balance only one side or one area need to take it, balance sheet asset side. Otherwise, whatever be the thing coming on the adjustment area, it should show in two area, either in trading or profit and loss account, and in the balance sheet, asset or liability side. So with that, we come to the end of the portions, fundamentals of accounting. So please have a look at each and every topic, like how a journal entry is to be passed, how a ledger account is to be passed, how from the ledger account trial balance is to be prepared, from the trial balance how a trading and profit and loss account is to be prepared, and also the balance sheet is to be prepared. So if any doubt, please ask, and please confirm after uploading the video. So to this, I'm going to wind up the session. Thank you.